and welcome back to the Fortnitely podcast. I am Britboy96 and the V2440 update is here. I'm afraid due to some scheduling issues, they moved the update back by a day, so I haven't got Commander 24 and Falcon Hunter with me today, so I am running solo. But where to start? So with Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2099 are finally in the game. They're not yet in the item shop. But the files are in the game, and you can visit if you go see some of the data miners Twitter accounts, e.g. iFireMonkey. You can go have a look at what the skins currently look like. I have also posted a little preview up on my personal TikTok, Fortnite-96, if you want to go find it. But yeah, you get three images, sorry. One of Miles Morales is Spider-Man, which comes with a variant skin. So you've got one with mask on, one with mask off. Very true to the Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse and through the Spider-Verse, across the Spider-Verse, sorry, appearance of the character. They've sort of stuck with that in the style they've presented it, which is cool. It looks like a good skin. I'm probably going to run it a lot because it's a dark skin and I love my dark skins. Spider-Man 2099 looks awesome. He is hench. It's very crisp looking. There is an emote that comes with them as well, which is basically Spidey Pig pops out from a portal, hands you a little baton. Well, yeah, a little baton, we'll call it that. It's a bat hammer thing, what you want to call it, and then disappears. But it's cool, it's a neat emote. The two skins look beautiful, so I'm really glad they're finally here. They will most likely drop into the item shop at the same time the movie comes out, which I think I've put in a previous episode. Go back and watch another one if you want those details. I think it was the last episode. But yeah, this update was insane. Well, I don't know, it's both insane and massively disappointing at the same time. We got loads, but also a load of nothing. So trios is no longer a thing. That is gone. That is scrapped. So now you only have squads, duos, and solos. So that's 1, 2, 4. I'm disappointed. I like trios. It's nice when you don't have a full squad and you don't want to have somebody sitting out to play duos when you don't want to play creative. It's nice to have trios as an option, but goodbye trios. You will be missed. Hopefully, you make they unvault you at some point in the future. So that's one slight mix-up to the gameplay. The other one is that Arena is no more. The much-loved style of competitive has been replaced for what has been the Fortnite rank, which is like a new system. From the gameplay that I played with it today, it seems to be pretty much the same as Arena, just not so much flashy uppy on the screen. But basically, what will the ranks be? The ranks will span across Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Diamond, Elite, Champion, and Unreal. Bronze through to Diamond, you will have 3 ranks for each one, while Elite, Champion, and Unreal will have 1 rank. Basically, climb the ranks is the same way you did Arena, surviving as long as you can in the matches, get as many kills. Kills in the later part of the matches do give you more points. But yeah, it doesn't seem as far different from Arena as I thought it would be. I mean, I played a few matches. The matchmaking is slightly better, but again, it's early days, so I was still getting swapped into matches of Super Sweats. I know Super Sweat. So as you can imagine, I know nothing. So back over, let's move on to some other in-game changes. So the grind rails are now at Citadel. I like the grind rails. I'm enjoying them putting them on new POIs. It refreshes the POIs. I actually think I landed at Citadel for the first time in at least 4 weeks today, which is a miracle. Whenever I'm there, it's a boring spot without the agents there. On top of that, I'm pretty sure I've noticed that there's no bounty boards in the game anymore. Every POI I went to did not have a bounty board anymore. So it looks like the bounty system has gone. Both a blessing and a curse. It's horrible getting a bounty put on you, but when you can go through a match getting like 8 or 9 bounties, there's something fun about that. You're like, oh yeah, let's go get this boy. So it's sad to see that go. It was, mixed up the gameplay a little bit, but I guess they're trying to explore something new here. So there were some other changes as well that have really mixed up the gameplay. So the material caps have been decreased from 999 to now to the original 500, much more in line with how Fortnite originally started in the original gameplay. So maybe OG fans will be a little more happy with that. Harvesting rates will be slightly increased in the update, and players will now drop 50 of each material when they are eliminated. the other big change in this update is that Shotgun Cypher, the augment, has returned, which is lovely. I love that emote. For anyone that's not sure, basically, if you activate that augment, I just said emote, I meant to say augment. Love that augment. If you have this augment activated, anytime you shoot somebody with a shotgun, you will gain shield on health, etc. You'll just like some back. It's handy. It's a really good emote. Kind of great for if you're a person who has heals. A lot of people have got more heals than so that'll be pleasant to not have to panic my butt off when if I can get that augment. That seems to be the majority of the big changes. There's not been much else in this update. I mean, the slurp cannon has been added to creative, and there's been some more like creative. What's the word? What is the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Templates for building materials. Let's just call it that. You know what I mean? The little galleries. That's the word. So yeah, there's been some more galleries added to creative. That has pretty much been the majority of the changes. It wasn't big. It looks like the rank system being launched was the massive one. So anyone that is interested in how the ranking system works, I'll quickly run through it. So how will ranking work? Your match placement, so the higher you place in a match, e.g. the longer you last. How many eliminations you and your team got on the match. Eliminations later in a match will count more than the eliminations earlier in the match. So no more instant dropping, you little sweat boys. Okay, it'll last till the end game. And the ranks of players on you and your team eliminated will be taken into account. Of the players that you eliminate, sorry, not the players on your team. Teams will be treated as a single unit. All team members will gain and lose progress equally based on the team eliminations and team placement calculated in the end of the match. Your team's rank will be determined by the highest ranked player on the team. For example, if a team is made up of gold and silver players, they'll be matched as a gold team and play against similar ranked teams. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that draws some of the little try-hard. It sucks more of the try-hards out of the standard pub matches. I don't think it will though. I've got a feeling this is going to have the same effect as Arena, where like it will either be loved or it will be hated. It depends how well this matchmaking goes. It's too early days to see whether this matchmaking system is going to be effective, but hopefully it is, because I think that the casual matches need to be a little bit more casual, especially during certain times of the day. I can't speak today, I do apologise. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up everything that was in this update. There was a lot of... Oh, no, ignore that bit. Hold on, we haven't talked about the pencil skins. So the Pencil Academy skins have been added into the files. They're not in the item shop yet. I don't know why we didn't open with a nice item shop, but I'm guessing they're hanging on, which is kind of a good thing, because they've got the habit of dropping really nice item shops at the beginning of updates and then doing nothing until the next update, and it's like, why? Why not have it interesting, at least an interesting item shop once per week, so you have constant money, but, you know, save it all for the updates. But they haven't done it this time, so fingers crossed they've learnt the lesson. It probably because all the Star Wars stuff is still in there, so they don't really need to, but, yeah. So the new Star Wars quests come down later today, in about an hour and something, but I have to go off and do normal life stuff, I'm afraid, so I won't be commenting on what the quest types are. I'm sure there'll be along a similar line: use Star Wars weapons, go here, go that, standard stuff. This week's season quests were pretty easy. You've got to like interact with the Miles Morales posters in certain places, there are marked locations. There's some more like syndicate quests, and there was another one. What was the other one? You have to pick up a gun of all 5 different varieties, pick them up and hold them. So you have to have one of each variety. Not guns, sorry, items. So that counts your consumables. If anybody wants a tip on this, I would aim to have your gold, your purple, and your blue as guns, green and purple and blue. Yeah, and that just leaves green and grey for heals. Yeah. So I picked fish and then carrots and mushrooms. That's grey sorted. If you carry a sword, that's either your blue or your purple, and then a blue and a purple, and then a purple and a gold, or you can get a mythic. I think that counts too. But yeah, pretty simple, not too hard. With the hollow chests, it makes it very, very, very easy. You can just run around and grab those. Yeah, some pencil skins, that's what I was going to be going on about. Sorry, I got sidetracked in my own mind. This is why I have the other two, because they keep me on track. So, the pencil skins have finally been added, so people have been able to have a look at them. They're not yet in the item shop, but they come with 3 different types of shading, which looks really cool. So you can customise which shading. A lot of people were hoping to have that sort of effect on the Miles Morales skin, but it looks like they haven't done it for him. They've given it a version of shading similar to the Spider-Gwen skin, but it's not the same shading that they've used for the pencil one with 3 different variants. But yeah, they look cool, they look kind of neat. I don't know whether I'll personally buy them, but I'm sure there's a demographic somewhere in the fan base that will. Finally, Spider-Gwen is somewhere on the map. I haven't found her yet. I haven't seen anyone that's told me where she is either. But she is somewhere, and she has 4 different voice lines that interact with the 4 different Spider-Man skins we already have in the game. I haven't seen what the voice lines will be for the 2 new Spider-Men that are coming within the next few weeks. But yeah, I hope you all have a lovely day. Sorry this was a little bit rushed and terrible timing. It's not quite the normal podcast because I don't have the boys, so I don't have them to bounce off of. But I just didn't want to leave it without putting anything out there for you guys, so I hope I've filled you in on pretty much everything. Bounties are gone. Let me double check all my notes. Bounties are gone. Grime Rails at Citadel. Spider-Man. Ranked. Grime Rails. Yeah, so if you guys do end up giving Ranked a go, please drop us a message, let us know what you thought to it, and we'll include your opinions in the next episode. Also, whilst I'm on the subject of people checking out the podcast and interacting with us, I would like to give a lovely shout out to, and I really apologise for my inability to pronounce names, I am terrible with English. Schoolbits? SAWURLBITS. They gave us a lovely DM and with an attached picture of some feedback they'd given us rating on the podcast addict. But they gave us a lovely 5 out of 5. I just want to say a massive thank you for not just taking the time to check out the podcast, but to do us a review as well. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your own day for that. It was a lovely review as well. I sent it over to the 2 boys and they thought it was amazing. We're well happy about it. So thank you very much for making our day. But yeah, go check their Instagram out. It's really cool. I had to look at it and drop them a follow because they do cool hiking stuff. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys all had a lovely day. Sorry this was a bit rushed and not the normal format, but yeah, it was good to catch up with you. Go check out my TikTok if you want to have a look at those 2 new Spider-Man skins. There are some other bits and bobs up on, I think if I can, I'll post it onto the Fortnitely podcast Instagram as well for people to see on there. But yeah, hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for checking us out. If this is your first time, please go listen back to some older episodes. I know they're a little outdated now because, you know, Fortnite. But yeah, hope you stick around for the next one. See you in a few weeks. Bye!